Ducktales! As some of you may have heard, Alan Young, the voice of Mr. Ed, passed away a little while ago. Alan Young, or as people my age know him, Scrooge McDuck.
Bless me bagpipes!
This man began voicing Scrooge in 1974, and you know what? He was still voicing the character up until this very year. Not only does this show the dedication of Young himself, but it shows just how much Disney can care about its intellectual property sometimes. To keep reprising these fantastic voice actors like Alan Young, Jim Cummings, and Bill Farmer for all these years, instead of hiring cheaper, newer actors, it really means a lot to me as a fan. They even use these same voice actors in video games, believe it or not. In Kingdom Hearts, the same professional voice actors who voice Goofy, Pete, and Scrooge McDuck all have their same voice actors. Sure, sometimes they'll cheapen up and hire someone else for their shovelware titles.
I'm a bad guy. Capital B, capital G.
But Disney has, in the past, made some really high-quality games with some really high-quality voice work. And gameplay! Back when Disney worked with companies like Capcom, they made some real gems. One of these gems was Ducktales. The original Ducktales on NES was a great game. The controls felt good, the graphics were colorful and charming, the music was so good, and the game was just fun. Flash forward 24 years, Capcom and Disney shockingly worked out a deal to re-release the game in HD for current generation consoles. But this wasn't just like Jak and Daxter or Sly Cooper HD. They didn't just up the resolution, make it widescreen, buff up some of the textures, and call it a day. This was more like the attempted Sonic 2 HD fan game, an honest-to-goodness complete remake with beautiful hand-drawn sprites and backgrounds and everything. Not many companies have been willing to do this. I mean, Nintendo have sort of done it with its Kirby and Pokemon remakes, but usually they already have the assets left over from another game. DuckTales Remastered is on a whole nother level. It really makes me want to try out that Castle of Illusion game that came out around the same time. But that didn't have Capcom backing it, so I don't know. You know, it's funny, I had totally given up on Crapcom after the Mega Man Legends 3 cancellation and some of the other terrible decisions they made in the late 2000s. But when they announced the DuckTales game with that trailer and that music,
life is like a hurricane here in Duckburg.
My opinion started to turn around again. Now Konami is the one making terrible decisions, and Capcom isn't really too bad anymore. But I'm getting away from the topic at hand. Not only is DuckTales Remastered remade from the ground up, it's remade well. All of the assets look great, the voice actors' performances are solid, the gameplay is as fun as ever, and any of the changes that were made for the better. This game still has an easy, medium, and difficult setting as it did in the NES version, but the game is more accessible to everyone now with an added map and small changes that make each of the levels more enjoyable. In the jungle level, for instance, you used to have to collect $3 million to get past this point, but in the HD version, instead of this needless backtracking to get more money, you just have to explore the level once, collect all the hidden artifacts, and then you can access the boss. And these changes are in other levels too. In the original version, you have to find a key in the Transylvania level to enter the canyon level. In the HD version, you still have to explore the entire Transylvania level to get to the end, but you don't need to needlessly backtrack again just to get into the next level. Other changes to the remake include incentivized gem collecting by allowing you to purchase concept art and other things with your money, the addition of cutscenes, which I don't think were really necessary, but I'll take any excuse to hear these voice actors from my childhood again, and they're skippable, so it's okay. They removed the live system, which is essentially obsolete these days anyway. The music is all redone, and it's as great as ever. One thing that was surprising even in the NES version is how good the music was. You could take the music from that game and put it over Mario or something and it would sound just as good, maybe even better. The same holds true for the remake. If you like old platformers and you haven't played this one, go do it. It's accessible to pretty much everyone, it's not that hard, especially on easy mode, but it can be very challenging and rewarding if you play on hard mode. Normally I'm not in favor of difficulty settings in games, but I think it really works in a remake of an older game like this. If you were ever a fan of the show, you'll love this game. Even if you weren't a fan of the show, try it out. You might have some fun and even be inspired to go back and watch some old Disney cartoons or play some old Capcom games. If you like this review of DuckTales Remastered, please like, comment, subscribe. If you want to know what I'm up to, follow me on Twitter. And if you want to see some other cool game reviews, check out limitedlives.com. Thanks for watching!
tail feathers. Squeeze me bagpipe. Bless me bonny bin.